something wrong back there? Hello?
Or true, if P is true or Q is true. A simple truth table for turbulent times. Empirical data required.
Sufficiently scrambled. That should do it. That should do it.
If you're done, evaluating my work, avoid the oxygen on the terminal.
Did it work? Did it work? See, Bouchard, was it a success?
Hold the applause just yet.
I shall await their...
The results of the experiment will be a career-ending embarrassment for Anchoress Brun. But she won't...
Yes, our next steps here will be crucial. I know this type of mission well. Granted, my targets were always
You'll need to convince her, destroy her logic, end this research for good. Oh,
You mean that's what
make Brun give up on science, logic, and reason entirely.
Oh, that's
And here I thought you'd be coming to change. Success isn't guaranteed.
I would be willing and on hand to assist. And the other option would remain if we
Dishonorable skullduggery better befits Auntie's choice than the Order. If we must end this experiment, killing is the most respectable option.
Seems reasonable.
honest.
From the legend. If you're retiring as the endpoint, we'll need to find you a colorful... But I'll cut off her comms when she begins pleading. Oh, that sounds even more heartless when I say it out loud. And Marisol, do keep out of trouble.
There you are. Or perhaps I oughtn't to have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded. Wait. Really? In what... This... It simply needs to be... Look, there may be some validity to some of your points, yes. But we'll improve. We will continue to stride forward. Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything we've done here is... there was notable variance to the input data. To an extent suggesting external dithering occurred.
If I may, I have a... There's a time I'm through the frame.
It lacked that.
We try...
What was that? You're starting to worry me. What do you... there was notable variance to the input data. To an extent suggesting external... There was notable variance to the input data. Did... Perhaps I oughtn't to have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded, Well, don't... Wait. Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Step me through your Really? In what... This... It simply needs to be revised. Look, there may be some validity to some of your points, yes. But we'll improve. We will... Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything we've done here is built off Seer Bujalt's research. There was notable variance to the input data. To an extent suggesting...
If I may, I have a point I'd like to... I'm through the... We try...
What was that? You're starting to worry me. What do you intend to do? There was notable variance to the
If that blockade had been staffed by staunch Protectorate defenders, we...
Fellow scholars of the Order, a tragic accident has occurred. During our recent experiment in Test Chamber Beta, we failed to recognize that ventilation systems had been left connected to Test Chamber Alpha. As you know, it had been recently refurbished as an enclosure for Anchoress Brun. She gave her life for science. Well, it's true that we found the related research deeply flawed, but she gave her life. As the experiment was a colossal failure, I, as senior scientist, remain determined. We must abandon this inquiry and shut down the program immediately.
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes, Intercessor Delgado. You've truly... A key experiment fails and Anchoress Brun falls prey to an unfortunate accident. Right after you and your
That's circumstantial and more than a mite bit paranoid. I expect better from an Order scientist.
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado. Don't try to lay the I'm not buying it. The Anchoress, poor trusting soul that she was, may have believed you were here in good faith. But fascinating. I'm well versed in manipulative prevarication. I know. Fellow exemplars of the Order?
At your word, I shall charge!
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Lovely day for a coup, dear. The only surprise about the Protectorate's consul usurping the Sovereign's authority is it did not happen sooner. May all...
Perhaps I oughtn't have Wait. Really? In what? This? It simply needs to be Look, there may be some validity to some of your points. Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of... there was notable variance to the input data. To an extent,
If I may, I'm through the...
That... What was that? You're starting to worry me. What do you intend to do?
Our recent experiment in test chamber beta.
I understand. Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado. Suppose you'll claim this was all just coincidence. A misaligned... I'm well versed in manipulative prevarication from feckless mutineers. Try again. Or try facing a gauntlet of well-trained exemplars.
Lethal measures at the ready, Commander. Your judgment has found
Investigating disturbance. Have a fix on their weaknesses. Locking them down. Mitigating the threat.
I have crimes to punish.
Back and scan.
Grenade! In... I'll be it!
During our recent experiment in test chamber, we failed to...
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado. I'm not buying it. The Anchoress, poor trusting soul that she was, may have believed you were...
According to my field calculations, we are well past the point where we need to be dead. In fact,
This...
At your word, I shall charge!
have a fix on their weaknesses.
Advancing for an ideal fire extinguisher. Founding factor. Take...
Thank you, dear.
Oh, look who it is. The legendary former head intercessor of the Order. Another... Say, I know this.
The credit or blame belongs to the commander here.
You forget I know you.
There are a few things I'm still not used to saying. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Please. And thank you. But
At any rate, I'm off. You all take care now, before I forget. Meant to...
thank you, Anais. Goodbye. Oh, Brun obviously murdered her. Thought you knew that. Perhaps it was an accident. Perhaps she simply wanted to knock Chow unconscious. Or not. But her canned, feigned concern about Chow, how she kept changing the subject. Oh, not really. Not yet, at any rate.
I hope that Bouchard has not softened your instinct.
Commander, it's customary to evaluate results after a mission of... reasonable significance. Would now... I've had some time to cogitate over what occurred at Point Obviate. A bit, yes. We could... And yet, such actions were par for the course for me in the past. When my remorse... Yes, Southworth was complicit. And now she's dead. I hope so, at least. According to Anais, we could have reduced the likelihood of that occurring by completing the brain-off. It's not anywhere near zero, but it's unlikely. She seemed pleased that we at least attempted to address her concerns. It's been a while since anyone gave me a good talking to like Anais did. And I'll admit your influence has been rather... I appreciate you taking the time to talk.
silent as a tomb. I hope we aren't too late. If Virgil's not about, he's like to be in the training grounds. There's a lift that will take us lower, located behind the door next to those stairs.
Tristan! It's a relief to see a friendly face.
Do come up.
Virgil!
Impossible. Why is it impossible? So that you may claim ignorance as to the truth of what you've uncovered? Fine. Damn it, we have no...
Arbiter Montag, lay down your arms. Surrender and... Those fools were but an expeditionary force. I've no doubt the bulk of their... I shall...
Hold! You were beginning to say something before... Virgil, enough! Our being at odds with the Consul is one thing, but that was a small army! What have you done?
You already know whether you're willing to admit it or not. Do you sincerely have a need for me? Very well, then. Tristan, you stand before the murderer of the Supreme Arbiter.
I don't believe this. The Consul must have... captured...
Open... The Supreme Arbiter was planning to send a message in her final moment.
No. Would it? Or were you just trying to say...
But because I didn't want you to know. No. Obviously, he did not succeed. I was pleased. That is news to me. But
killing one of Arcadia's future arbiters over a singular breach of rank would have been most
and I killed her. As a traitor. No matter what I do.
I cannot believe what I am... This is our... But... I cannot view this objectively. Virgil killed our mentor. I just don't know. Each encounter we have experienced together has left me torn. And this circumstance, but is that I cannot bring myself to execute my sworn brother. It could be better if I did not. I cannot be sure this path does not fly in the face of all I know not what to make of the Supreme Arbiter's betrayal.
Oh, joy. They talked it out. And here I was all ready to watch
Would that I could forgive myself. I shall have to live with what I...
Virgil.
Just how can I see the morality in a system that
Stop!
1,000 words of thanks for meeting me here, Tristan. Though, before I go, a parting gift.
Go with the Sovereign's blessing. Commander, this has all been draining. I need... Commander, I've had some... Despite the manner of what Virgil has done, I still have much doubt about my path, but I don't believe Protectorate laws as having good intent. Yet what can I do? More than 100 years of Protectorate society cannot be changed by a lone body. Can it? But I shall remain with the Protectorate, interpreting its laws through a moral instead of a punitive lens. Innocent until proven guilty is a novel concept. Words, when we... I deeply appreciate your hand in this investigation, Commander.
Whatever you need, Commander. Just name it.